Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Today we're going to solve another coolest question, which is intersection of two linked lists. This question is very awesome, very awesome. This is a very good linked list question. Believe me, you will really love this question. Okay, so let's just start solving this question. Okay, so to solve this question, wait a second. To start solving this question, what I will do, I will tell you two techniques to solve this question. Okay, one is the difference length technique. Okay, difference length technique. Okay, and the second one is using hashtag. Okay, but before that, let's just first understand what the question is saying. Okay, the question is saying we are given two heads of two singly linked lists. Okay, head A and head B. Return the node at which the two lists intersects. If two linked lists have no intersection at all, return null. Okay, so the question is saying like we have given two heads A and B. Okay, and we have to return their intersection. So their intersection of C1. So we have to return the C1. Okay, if they are not intersecting, if they are something like, let's say, A1, A2, A3, then B1, B2, B3, then we have to simply return null for them because they are not intersecting. Okay, so I hope so the question is clear. The question is saying, okay, so now let's just look at some examples and the questions of the question. So the question is there like we're given something like 4 1 8 4 5 5 6 1 8 4 5. Okay, so what's happening over here? You see this 4 1 and 5 6 1 is intersecting at A, so it's intersecting. So what I will do, I will output the 8 over here. If you look at it over here, because you know what you find over here once I'm doing, you find that the 8 4 5 and this 8 4 5, the remaining ones are same. So I have to return the first intersection point. Okay, so I have to return the first intersection point. Okay, that's what I have to do. So I hope now the examples give you a good understanding like what we have to do. Okay, and what else? If you look at the example 2, the same, like 1 2 4 2 4, they're same, so we return 2 for the first intersection. And if you look at it in this example, it's not intersecting at all, we just simply return null for that. We have written no intersection, we return null for that. Okay, let's just look at some constant. The question is saying like number of nodes of list A is M and list B is N. Okay, so it's giving some kind of time compulsory hint. Okay, we will just look at it further on, and it's saying follow up code, you write a solution that is big of n time than using on complexity of memory. Okay, alright, so we will figure it out. Okay, so first solution, what do we have to go for? Should we go for difference length? Okay, let's go for difference in length. Okay, alright guys, so difference, spelling mistake. Okay, so how we gonna use this concept to solve this question? Okay, so let's just look at over here. Let's say I have something like A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, and they're intersecting at C1, C2, C3. So what this test case is? This test case is they are intersecting and they have same length. So we're talking about this. So this is the difference concept. Okay, so what's happening over here? If you look at over here, let me just point towards them. Okay, let me just make it more good. Okay, so what's happening over here? If you look at over here, let's say we have something like, I have something like over here A pointer and I have something like B pointer over here. So what I'm doing, like my A will move. Okay, let me just move my A. What's happening, man? Okay, my A will move, my A come over here, my B will move as well, B come over here. Similarly, again my A will move and my B will move together. So they are both moving together. Okay, and once they intersect, I will return that. So I will return A or B, whatever you want to return, because they are the same. So I will return A or B from over here. Okay, so they intersect. Okay, let's just say I have something like let me just make it more another example. Let's say that they don't have the similar length. Let's just say they have something like length, their length is like this. The length is like B1. Okay, wrong color, B1 and B2. Okay, let's say we have something like this, and my A is pointing at over here, my B is pointing at over here. Okay, so what I will do, okay guys, one more thing to remember while doing this different length question. The one remember thing is like we just only use two iterations. One iteration, what we'll do, if we don't find in one iteration, then we will go for another iteration. If we still don't find the another iteration, it will like we are not able to find it further on, then we will simply return null for that. Okay, so I will just show you why. Okay, wait a second. Okay, so let me just move this one. So whatever I will do, I will move my A, my B will move as well. Okay, what will happen? I will move my A, my B will move as well. My B come over here, my B is over here. Okay, now I will move my A, my B will move as well. Now I will move my A, my B will move as well. Okay, let's say after this we have null. After this I have null, something like, okay. Now what will happen? My A will come over here and my B will pointing to the null. So what I will do, I will just simply say, okay, my B is at null. Then do one thing, my head A. So this is my head A. This is my head B. My head A, head A will be B dot next. Okay, so what will happen? My B will go to the head A linked list. So it will just change its link position. Okay, so my B will go over here. My B go over here. Okay, so what will happen now? Again, my A will move. My A will move. Okay, my mistake. My A will look weird. My A will move. My A come over here. My B will move. My B will move from over here. Okay, so now what I'm doing? My A is pointing at null. Okay, then what I will do, similarly I will say my head B is A dot next. Okay, A dot next. Okay, so head B equals to B dot next. Okay, so B dot my mistake. So like this is A now, so it will go over here. My head B equals to A dot next. What I'm doing, my head B equals to A dot next. My head B equals to A dot next. Okay, so my A will go over here. It just changes link this. So what will happen? My A go over here. Okay, my A go over here now. Okay, now they are at the same position. Now they are the same. So again, what will happen? They will go further on. My B go over here. My again A go over here. My B go over here, and my A go over here. So once my A and B move intersect, I will just simply return it. I will just simply return whether A or B, my choice. I can either A or B. Okay, it doesn't matter. So I hope the concept is like what I'm doing. So this concept this is for different length. Okay, so when the length is no same, so difference length. Okay, so I hope the concept is clear now, like how we are solving this question using difference. Okay, so let's just code it, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, okay, so first of all, what I will do, I will just create one base condition. I will just create a base condition. Let's say if my head A is null or my head B is null. If any one of them null, then I will simply return null for that. Okay, I hope so this thing is clear. Okay, what else I will do, I will just simply run a while loop. No, before running a while loop, let me create two pointers. So I will say list node. I will say a pointer, which is at which is at head of A. Okay, and my list node B, which is at my head B. Okay, so I hope so, ladies and gentlemen, this is clear. Now what I will do, I will run a while loop. I will run a while loop, and my while loop will check till the while loop will go for till my A is not equals to B. Okay, so once they intersect, I will simply return their values. Okay, so what I will do in this one, I will say A equals to null. So I'm using ternary operator. Ternary operator similar to the if else. Okay, so it's doing if else. So if they intersect, then I will if they intersect, then I will return their value. Otherwise, I will return null for that. That's what I'm doing over here. Also, I will do head A equals to A dot next. Okay, so this will come head B. My mistake, because you know if we did not find the first iteration, then it will find the second iteration. That's what I'm doing over here. Then B equals to null question mark head A, so B dot next. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I hope so this thing is clear. So that's what, like I told, like, you know, they are just going for the second iteration if we did not find the first iteration, if the length are not same. Let's just talk about the condition are like that. Okay, so that's what I'm doing over here. Okay, and what I will do, I will just simply return my A or B. So let's say I return my A. No, never mind. Okay, so let me just run it and see whether it's accept or not. Yes, it's accepting very well. Let me just submit this code, guys, and it's taking a little bit of time, and here we go. So it's accepting very well. Okay, so what's happening over here in the time complexity? The time complexity in this one, we are dealing with that our time complexity is big of n plus m. Okay, n is for, let's say, head A, my n is for my head A, and B m4 is my head B. Okay, so time complexity n o n plus m. So it means, like, let's say it's big of n, because like big of n, because you know let's just consider that one L1, so it will become 2n, so let's just big of n. Okay, and the space complexity as well in this one we are dealing with big of 1 because we are not using any extra space. So I hope so this code is very clear, like what I'm doing. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let's just now solve using another one using hash set. So using hash set, so is simple. Using hash set is very simple. So what I will do, my a pointer, so it's like I will not move my a pointer. So what I will do, I will check. I first of all check in this one, then I will check in this one. So once they intersect, I will return it. Otherwise, I will return null for that. It's quite simple. So let me just write the code. You will easily understand from the code itself. Okay. So let me just write its code. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So let's start writing. So what my first job is? My first job is to create hash set. So it's of list node. Okay, and this is, let's say, what let's call it set. Simple as that. Okay, set, and this is our new hash set. New hash set. Okay, I hope so this thing is clear, like what I'm doing. Okay, now what I will do, I will run a while loop for my till my head a not equals to null. Only till then I will run this I'm running this while loop for my head a. Okay, then in this one what I will do, I will just check. I will check. Do one thing first of all. Add set dot add head a. You have to add head a and do one thing. Then increase the value, like just to try to iterate it. So increase it. So I will do head a equals to head a dot next. Okay. Now what I will do, I will create a while loop for my head b. For my head b, I say this loop will go till my head b is not equals to null. Okay. Okay. So in this one, what I will do, I will just check. I will simply check if my set dot contains what head b. If that's the condition, if my set dot contains head b, then what you have to do, just simply return head b. Okay, otherwise just simply return null for that. My mistake. If my set does not contain my head a, because like you know what the head is doing, so head is traveling over here, and once it finds the intersection, then it will check if the intersection is similar to this one. If that's so, then I will return my head. Otherwise I will simply return null over here. So let me just run this code as well. Let's see any compilation error do we are getting, and it's taking a little bit time. Let's see what's happening. It's showing with time limit. Actually, I think I just did a little mistake. Ladies and gentlemen, by mistake I forgot to do this thing, head b, because like we have to increment our head b as well. So mistakes happen. Sorry about that. Literally sorry about that. I don't want to take this shoot again, so that's why I'm just showing. I'm sorry about that. Literally sorry about that. I don't know why it's showing my these things. Okay, so now let me just run it. Now it will go very well. Okay, so what's happening? And here we go. So it's accepting very well. Let me just submit this code so to see it's accepting all the test cases or not. So I hope this thing is clear, like what I'm doing over here. Let me just give you again quick understanding. What I did, I just create a set. So in my set, what I did, I just put my head a values and I iterate over my head a. Then what I'll do, I go for my head b. I check its value if the values are similar. If they are, then if they are not, then I will simply increment my head b unless I did not find the matching one, and unless I did find the intersecting one. Once I find the intersecting one, then I will simply return my head b. Otherwise I will simply return null over here. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope so this thing is clear. The time complexity in this one we are dealing with, the time complexity is big of n plus m again. Okay, and the space complexity is big of n for the worst case. For the worst case I'm saying, okay, because let's say if my head a or b is like n long, so that's why we are dealing with the worst case. So worst case is big of n, so that's why it's not good. So like you can use either approach. I just told you that both two approaches are very good to understand. And if you like this video, then please do hit a like button. And thank you ladies and gentlemen for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Till then, take care, bye bye, and I love you guys. Believe me, I love you. Take care, bye bye.